And it's funny, James Butler, because the key to having a high show ratio on these calls is to remind people. It's crazy. It's the damnest thing. You gotta actually send out a text manually, like, "Hey, don't forget. Hey, don't forget." And then after like the third time they forget, then it's like you forgot to text them. Oh no, God, back to the 9 to 5. Right? Okay, we're starting off hot on a Monday. Doesn't matter to me though. Let's give a golf clap. Let's give a welcome back. Throw some fire in the chat. We've got Dr. Kiara Chavis back here. We've got her back. It's good to have you, Key. It's good to have you. You know, if that don't fire you up, your damn wood's wet. I'll say it. I'll say it. Okay. Tickles me. It's good. It's good. It's good to have you back, girl. It really, really is. Excited to see you next week as well. Hopefully, right? Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Um, you guys throw a, let's see here, before I do that. Eric Schmidt, are you out there, buddy boy?
I am here.
What are you excited for this week, man? What are you excited for?
I'm pumped up. I'm excited because, well, my numbers have sucked for the last several weeks, but I'm excited because I know I can turn that around in one day. I can buy some fresh leads. I haven't had a lot of pickups, so I'm going to buy some fresh leads, and I know I can turn that stuff around in one day. And for the new people, what that means is once you get some quick business, you get paid quick. You get paid the next day or within 48 hours. And there's nothing better motivator than getting money in the bank. So that's at this company, that's what we can do. You can be in a rut and you can get out of that rut real quick. So that's what I'm fired up about today.
It's a 48 to 72 hour business. You know, it really is. Not on the recruiting side. That takes time. Okay. That's like a 3 to 4 month type business, but the next interview that you run could be your next agency owner. Could be. Or it could be a dud. We never really know. They all talk the same. They just walk different. It's weird. It's weird. They talk the same, they just walk different. Hell, half the time the ones that really walk the walk are ones that don't say much, you know? Ones that don't say much at all. So let's throw a 10 in the chat if you're working mortgage protection. 10 in the chat for mortgage protection. All right, Eric, your job is to count all the tens. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. He's like, I need to up this prescription on these glasses. That, yeah, I hear you. Tally marks, you know. All right, throw a 20 in the chat if you are working final expense, aka Facebook, scale your lead, whatever you want to call it. And again, if you're working mortgage protection, you can put a 10 and a 20 if you're working both. I don't care. Okay. Or it's for the poor. All right. I'm telling you. Should we get this appetizer or this appetizer? I don't know. I just get them both. You know what I mean, James Butler? I just get them both. Throw a 30, a dirty 30 in the chat if you are working a flat tire list right now. Flat tire, flat tire, flat tire. Let's see, flat tire. Very good. Okay, a lot of 30s, a lot of 20s. I'd say the majority was 10s. I'd say the majority was 10s. Okay, majority was 10s. It's one thing, I will say, it's one thing to buy leads, it's another thing to call leads. It's one thing to write down a flat tire list, it's another thing to call a flat tire list, right? I think the easiest part of this business is running the appointment. The hard part is setting the appointment up, in my professional opinion. Um, but let's go over some keys to every call. What would you guys say? Now, no matter if we are booking appointments, running appointments, or trying to one sit close people, right? Or hell, maybe we're calling our flat tire list, or maybe we're even running the appointments with our flat tire list. What's the one common denominator that we do every single time? Throw in the chat. Got that one, Levi. That's not the answer. Good answer, but not the answer. Okay, that is the setup answer. I like it. I like it. Follow the script. It's good. Find the pain. Good, good. I just realized there's several things that we do every phone call. I like that, Matthew. Show up. Very good. Talk to someone, ask questions, tie it down. Yeah. I actually want to talk more about the set it up, Roshana. I want to talk more about the set it up. Um, you guys ever, well, a lot of you are new, but there's going to be a common thing. Like I've reached out to warm market people, in Facebook before. Um, and sometimes they're like, why are you texting me and we ain't talked in 15 years? It's like, like we know, hell, Trump knows that you don't give a damn how my kids are doing. Like, come on, let's call a spade a spade. You don't care, right? What's like, are you calling for a reason? What is that reason? Right? It's called setting a frame. Is what I like to call it. Okay. Is there a proper, I don't know. I learned sales here, so I don't know like professional sales. I just know how to find problems and solve problems. But I've got to identify myself as the problem solver. I have to set it up, right? Somebody unmute and own the booking of an appointment with mortgage protection. So it's Friday evening or hell, it's Monday morning. I don't care. And we're calling our leads, right? We're calling our leads and what is it that we say that sets up the phone call? Now, I'm not talking about, hey, Tyler, hey, this is Luke Jackson, trying to get back in touch with you here regarding your home loan over there on 123 ABC Street, right? I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about how we overcome objections. I'm talking about what do we say to get them on the yes train? If this is your first day, it's okay. This will make sense in like a week. Okay. What is it that we say? Getting a call from Chicago, Illinois. Must be LinkedIn finally calling me. It's fantastic. And we're gonna send you right to voicemail. Okay. Let's see here. Tie it down. Let me see. Diagnosis, build rapport, be the caseworker, role and purpose. Let's go role and purpose. I like that. Right? Role and purpose. Here's what it sounds like on the phone. Now, you don't have to copy mine specifically. Okay. Now, when I say role and purpose, I'm not talking about your appointment role and purpose. I'm talking about a lot of people when we're booking appointments, they think that we're going to one sit close them right there. And we have to let them know that's not the case. Okay. So here's what that might sound like. Let's see here. So I'm talking to Tyler. Tyler says, "Oh, I don't remember that. You guys ever got I don't remember that? I didn't fill that out." Yep. Hey, not a problem at all. I'm just as confused here, Tyler. I'm hoping you'll be able to help me. This was about the protection plans where heaven forbid whenever you die, it's going to take care of the mortgage so your family doesn't have to come up with a payment, right? So I'm just the caseworker assigned to you. So this is where it starts. So I'm just the caseworker assigned to you out here in Alamance County. Listen, don't need you for long today. My job is just to verify the information that you gave us initially, make sure it's accurate on our end. Then we're going to get those options to you here in the next day or two. And you are still over there at ABC 123 Street, right? They're probably still at ABC 123 Street, right? Or I could say, and it is Tyler Brewer, right? Did I say that right? Obviously, I said that right. It's even better if it's a name that's hard to say, like I would love to call Abby as a lead. Is that now? Is that Baragwana? Shit, how do you say that? And she's like, yeah, that's exactly how you say it. I'm like, God, I got one right. What am I now? I'm a human. Okay, let's get back to the reason for the call here. Um, what that does is it kind of gives yourself permission to continue. You guys follow me on that? Kind of gives you like so now they're not expecting you to close a deal today. They know who you are, they know why you're calling, they know you're about to ask a couple questions just to verify. And then you want to get them on the yes train. What does the yes train do? It gets their, I think it's called an alligator brain. I don't know what it's called. I have to talk to Nate or go back and listen to a recording. It gets their guard down. It gets them though where they're no longer in, is this a scam? Is this a spam call? Is this guy calling me from overseas? Respectfully, obviously. But that's what a lot of people are afraid of. Is this guy going to take advantage of me? Yeah, crocodilian. There you go, Adam. Okay. We've got to master that. If you can master that phrase, like I'm telling you, you will book so many appointments. They might not show up, but you'll book them. Okay. I'm telling you, you'll book them. They'll be like, yeah, that's where I'm at. and they'll like forget why you're even talking to them. I swear to you, you could ask them for their social, they'd give it to you, wouldn't they, Tyler? That they really would. I'm telling you, like you just get in such a flow, and they're just like, and they just go with it because you're the professional. Remember this, you might want to write it down. People love to be led. People hate to be sold, they love to buy, but people really like to be led. Okay, they like to know where they're going, and they want somebody holding their hand on the way there. That's our job as professionals here. Okay, it's our job as professionals here. Now, that's what it sounds like when we're booking an appointment. Now, Tyler, I'm gonna go to you because anybody better in the game at setting a role and purpose on an appointment than you are in my professional, you know, opinion. All right. So if you're book if so now we've booked the appointment. Obviously, there's more steps to booking an appointment. The script's on HQ. You guys follow me? Remember, this call is to go a little bit deeper than the basics. You can learn the basics, the scripts, all that stuff on HQ. But Tyler, talk to me about your role and purpose. You pull out the why, you get them to listen a little bit, find a little bit of pain, and then you set the frame as the professional. Can you tell me what that sounds like?
And just to let you guys know a little bit about what my role is here today and really the whole purpose of our meeting, just like to let you guys know that what I do is mostly known as what they call a field underwriter. And all that's just a fancy way of saying I sit down each and every week with families that had sent in the exact same letter and are looking to do the same exact thing that you guys are. And in reality, I'm really just the middleman between you guys and like all the top rated insurance companies here in the country. So my job is just to go out, shop around, find out who's going to give you the very best deal based on what we can get you qualified for here today. We'll be asking you some questions. Some of them may be a little difficult. It's all going to be based around your mortgage, your finances, and most importantly, just verifying the health information that we went over the other day. And what all that information is going to allow us to do is really determine whether or not this is even something that you guys need. Because believe it or not, not everybody that I sit with actually needs this. And hey, if that's the case for you guys, I'll be the first one to let you know. All right, I'll pack my virtual suitcase up and I'll be on to my next family here. But if there is a need, what we do tend to find out is that most families usually need a lot less coverage than they originally thought. You guys are going to be picking out the actual program here today. We're going to go through a really quick, simple application. They're not going to come to your house and draw blood, stick you with needles, nothing like that. We're going to fill it out real quickly. We're going to send it into the carrier. They're going to come back and say, hey, we got you approved, or we might have to make a pivot. But once we can finally find the approval for you, they mail the policy out to you guys. It takes them about 7 days. But what I like to do is I'm going to go ahead and email you guys a copy as soon as we hang up the phone. That way, when you guys lay your head down at night, you know exactly what it is that we took care of. Does all that sound fair and make sense to you?
There it is. There it is. You guys think he said that before? Like 1,000 times, you know? Right? Like, I mean, that listen, I stopped listening because I knew he had it. I'm telling you, like, guy has said it a lot this year. Well, last year. Okay. He said it to me too many times this year, but he still knows it. You know, skills compound. It's the craziest thing. Okay. Um, I was hoping that Simeon's up here. He might be busy. That's okay. Simeon, if you're available, would love to hear from you.
Yeah, man, I'm about 10 seconds from pulling into the doctor's office parking lot to pick up my mother-in-law. So give me like 15 seconds, 10 seconds.
All right. You're on the clock. 14, 13.
You're gonna make me go all Bo Duke on you.
I don't know what that means, but as
You never
long
watched
as
the Dukes of Hazzard, bro? You don't know who Bo Duke is?
listen, as long as you don't do what Indiana did to Alabama, that's all I care about. Okay. Roll Tide, Roll
Roll
Tide
Tide.
University. You talk about an ace beating. And it was fantastic to watch. Really, really was. Hell,
All right,
sorry.
we're here. I parked.
Very good. Um, I don't I'm not a professional whenever it comes to FEX. I'm a newbie.
Mhm.
Clearly, if you're writing 4 grand over the weekend, you know a little bit about what you're doing. Could you talk about the frame that you set for me?
Um, yeah, it's and honestly, I'm gonna give a huge props to Gino because a couple weeks ago he was on here talking about how he did the final expense. And we got off the phone and I said, it's not that simple. There's no way it's that simple. He's oversimplifying that. I'm 4 for 4 using Gino's approach. Uh, just in the last week. Every time I approach it the same way Gino did. Um, it's just once that one call closed, all four of the last ones that I did that to. I'm just trying to break the habits because I did 2.5 years of the script I was using, and switching it up to Geno's is sometimes the muscle memory takes a toll on me a little bit. But um, setting up the frameworks, just I work a little bit like a doctor, Luke. I'm going to ask you a couple good questions to make sure I can get you a policy that you qualify for. I don't want to look at any coverage you're not going to get qualified for. And if once we find one that fits your needs and budgets, we'll make sure that we can get you approved for it. I just want you to think of me a little bit like your insurance attorney, and the insurance companies are the judges. All right, I'm here to help you, not them. So be as open and honest with me as possible, and I hope you get the best coverage on the market today. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. Bang. Just that quick, right? Just that
That
simple.
quick.
It lets them know why he's asking questions. Because eventually, like, you're going to get on the phone with somebody and they're going to say something like, well, why do you need to know my health? Like, to us, it's obvious. To these people, I mean, come on, they don't know. Well, why do you need to know my mortgage payment? Like, we got to know. So let them know why we need to know before. Well, I'll tell you, like Casey and Brandon said. How about that? We just go back to the source. They said, don't give them a chance to say stupid statements. Because if they say a stupid statement, people tend to defend them. Like if a grown man takes a stance, it's very unlikely that he says to a complete stranger over the phone, you know what, you're right, I'm wrong. Okay, ego does exist. Okay, you guys follow me on that? Right? Pretty simple stuff. Now, I've never worked a flat tire list. Never have. Okay, never have. I know a lot of people that have, but I can tell you this, the purpose of a flat tire list is reps. Okay, is reps. Like if you want to get really good at booking appointments for mortgage protection, what do you have to do? You got to grab some leads and make a shitload of phone calls. I think that's pretty self-explanatory at this point. Okay. However, here's the reality of learning this system in the 4 laps. Okay. There is lap 1 is booking appointments. Okay. Yes, still following me here. I got to watch my mouth. We got little Kolb on the track. Okay. I got you. Hey, none of this today. I got you, Amy. No worries. Okay. Now I really got to lock in. But lap 1 is booking appointments. Okay. It's booking appointments. How do we get good at booking appointments? We talk to more people on the initial phone call. Lap 2 is getting appointments to show up. How do we get good at that? Well, we can't get good at that until we've booked several appointments. So it has to take longer to learn how to book solid appointments than it does to keep people on the phone. It has to. Why? Because the time between reps is so much longer, right? Like if I want somebody to answer the phone, I could get on the phone with somebody every 5-6 minutes, depending on if my number's verified and all that stuff. Right. But if I want to just get good at my opening paragraph, I should be good at that in like an hour to 2 hours tops. It shouldn't take me all day and tomorrow to get good at that. If it does, we're just not treating this like a professional. Okay. Again, I'm on your team here. My job is to help you make more money. Following? Okay. So it's going to take longer for you to get good at getting appointments to show up. Like it just has to. Okay. It might take you an hour between reps to book appointments, especially if you're brand new. Like if you book an appointment every hour, you ain't doing bad. You're doing better than I did when I started. Okay. But think about that. That's an hour between reps. Even if you book 3 appointments every hour, which just means you're damn good at this. If you book 3 appointments for mortgage protection every hour, especially working bonus leads, that means you're pretty good on the phones. That means you get 3 reps per hour in a 3-hour span, which is how we work. That's less than 10 reps on getting an appointment to show up. Are you guys following me on that? It's a hard thing to get better at, which means if I were to study something, I would be studying that a whole lot more than I would my opening script. You should learn that opening script faster. Don't think I've ever said that before, but I believe it now. All right, believe it now. So how do we get good at lap 3, which is writing applications? Well, we got to get the appointment to show up. So, I mean, maybe 1 out of 3 show in the beginning. Fair. So maybe every day we sit with 2 to 3 people. So we get 2 to 3 reps per day to try to write an app. That's a lot of time between reps. Like it's hard, like you have to work your ass off just to get a rep. I mean, it might take you 300 phone calls to get a rep. I hope this is still making sense. I might have lost people. People are brand new. What is he talking about? Play it back in a week. Promise you, whenever you're ready to see how sturdy that drywall is with your head. Just trust me. Okay. I'm telling you, right? You'll get it. Fun thing is, once you got it, you never lose it. Ain't that right, Tyler? It's like, it's like learning how to change a diaper. You'll never forget. Okay. There's too much trauma. There's too much trauma. You have to remember it. Okay. Cleaned the blowout right before this, like clockwork. Got it down pat, Hakola. Got it figured out. Now, if he blows through this diaper, then clearly I got to make some adjustments. Okay. I gotta get better. His mom changed the diaper before. We're gonna blame her. But a flat tire list allows you to skip laps 1 and laps 2 and get more reps on the appointment. Do y'all understand that? Like how long does it take for us to call 15 people that we know, love, and trust, and that know, love, and trust us and ask for help? Tyler, I just started this new job. They're talking about leads. Dude, I don't know what I'm going to do. Scared to death. Please don't buy anything from me. I wouldn't even know what to sell you if I could. But they said that I got to practice my script before I can even get access to these leads, and I need this to work. Can you help me practice? I don't need advice. Like, I don't need you to, all I need to do is talk to you, record it. That way I can listen to it over and over and over again so I can remember it. Fair? Could you do that for me? And he's going to say, yeah, Megan, come here. Can you do it right now? I'm saying, no. I just got to ask this stuff here. Hold on. Hold. You're on page 7. I'm on page 2. Right? And then, like, you do that 15 times, that takes an hour and a half tops. Now you got 15 appointments, and I'm pretty sure all of them are going to show up. If they ain't, then F them because they ain't your friends. Respectfully, just messing around. But still, right? If you sit with 10, you can sit with 10 of those in a day. That's a lot of reps. You're going to learn it fast. If you want to get really good at this, really fast, a flat tire list is a cheat code, but here's what it costs you. It costs you your ego and your pride. Costs you ego and your pride. How much time can we afford to lose? Like, guys, and here's the thing is it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter if somebody filled out a form or if you go door knocking, or it doesn't matter. If you sit with 10 people and you present options, like you go in and you follow the real script, that's the in-home appointment script. That's the like book appointment. You call them for the appointment, go through HQ, it's in Summit. But if you sit with 10, you're going to close 2 on accident. If you get decent with tonality and asking the right questions and not skipping steps, you'll close half. So you're going to make money. Okay. It's not like free practice, but even if it was, who the hell cares? Because people go to school for 4 years and make no money, or they work at Chipotle on their way through college and make, negative money per hour. Just about. Follow me on that? Pretty simple stuff. Okay. Like what happened? Like what would happen if we're almost done? We're about to cut it. Don't worry. But what would happen if you went all in on this? Okay. There's a person that I want to tell you about. Her name is Danielle. Her last name now is Locklear. She used to be Goulet. I'm going to talk about Danielle Goulet, who came here, who was just an absolute dog. Hold on. Somebody's calling. It's funny. Jordan Hunt's calling Holly because I'm on. Wait, no, he's calling me. Never mind. I got Holly's computer right here. So some people have 2 monitors. I got 2 laptops. Thanks to Holly. Okay. What was I about to say? Because Jordan just distracted the hell out of me. Tyler, where was I going?
Holly's story. No, oh my gosh.
Danielle's story.
Danielle's story.
Yeah. So I said, what would happen if you went all in this? Thank you so much, Brittany. Somebody's locked in. That's why she prints money, 15 grand last week. Hell yeah, Brittany. Right? Here's what Danielle did. Danielle invested $500 or $600 per week for her first 6 weeks here. Like week 1, she came in and invested $500 in leads. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm telling a story. Jesus, relax. All right. But week 1, and she made like 700, 800, 900 calls that week. I don't even know if she booked an appointment. This was back in home. Okay. This is back in, like, we went in people's homes. Okay. This is back when she lived in Boston, I think, somewhere in Massachusetts. Okay. Like 500, 600 bucks, nada, didn't make a dime. Week 2, did the same thing, didn't make a dime. Week 3, she finally sat with her first person, still didn't make a dime. Week 4, didn't make a dime. So week 4, she's at least $2,000 in the hole, in the learning curve hole. Okay. She didn't make her first sale until week 6. She was $3,000 into leads, but she wrote $6,000 and made all of her money back plus an extra $500 or $600. But now she's got her money back, but what does she actually have? Now she's got confidence and she's got skill. 2 things that's hard to take from somebody. It's impossible. It's easier to take confidence than it is to take skill. You ain't gonna lose that, guys. What you earn, you cannot lose. If it's handed to you, they can rip it right back from you. That's why our system's so beautiful. Okay, I promise you that it is worth it. Yes, he did. Jenna, yes, he did. He chose well. Okay, chose well. I'm not sure if y'all have seen his little girl or his house, but they got it going on over there in Southern Pines. Okay, something in the water over there in Southern Pines. They got it going on, just like DJ. Telling you, good stuff's happening. Right? Go out there today. If you suck at this, get better at it, and you're not going to do that by watching a bunch of videos online. You're not just going to get better at this by hearing me talk for 30 minutes every morning. And it won't just be me. If that was the case, we'd have 30 people here tomorrow. Okay, we get the experts up here. I hope this makes sense. If it doesn't, listen to it again, make 1,000 phone calls today, and then try it again. Have a great day. We will see you at the top.